Welcome, everybody. It's the We Got podcast. We're right back with you guys. Another week, another story, another fire content. Excited, all six of us. It doesn't happen often. Hopefully, no technical difficulties. We all about to give you guys a lit show. Today's story is none other than the man himself, Mr. Florida, Mr. Baltimore, Rashad Briscoe. And I'm really excited for this one. So we about to lock in. It's about to be a fun ride because I hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. And so we're about to add this one to the list. So Rashad, do your thing. We're about to take a toast.
Hey, before we start, man, Thomas, go put a shirt on. Hey, this video brought to you by our sponsor. We ain't got one. You already know. If you want to rock with us, you know how to get in contact with us, man. We always here. We're live Apple Podcasts. We're on YouTube. We're on Podbean. Check us out on whichever streaming platform you like. But as we always do before we get started, we're about to cheers to life. We're about to cheers to success. Cheers to happiness. Cheers to brotherhood. Cheers to family. You drink water. You drink liquor. You drink beer. You drink juice. It don't matter. Just take a cheers. Take a moment. Take a break. Usually I'm on that alcohol. I'm on that Bud Light today. I'm still trying to recover from that finals game last
night. Hey, shout out to our special guest, yo.
Yeah. First special guest ever on We Always Got.
It took 6 episodes to get a special guest, so here we go.
Yeah, make sure you don't put no AirPods in your son's ears, dog. You know how we get. And I know you got water in there. It better not be no daggone liquor in the sun. Giving the kid that yak.
Cognac.
Oh man, so my story, huh? I'm gonna hit the hookah drop this episode.
I think you're muted.
Thomas, nothing you say came across.
I think you muted, player. Here we go. Technical difficulties already.
Damn.
I jinxed it. This man just wailed.
That man was talking all day before the recording started. Now he ain't got it.
Literally.
All right,
man.
Back to Briscoe.
Let's turn up and have some fun, man. Obviously, I got to just like everybody, man. Interesting story. I guess I'll start with how I found out about Geneva. So in high school, back in Baltimore, I was technically 4-sport varsity athlete. My senior year, I was running track, outdoor track. We had a track meet somewhere, I don't know. And then I came back to campus, and I started getting, a little bit of interest from some schools to football and stuff like that. And I remember my head coach came to me, Coach Agent. He said, "Hey, I was at this basically like a conference thing where there's a bunch of schools and stuff. And he was like, and there's a school they're interested in you." I was like, oh, "Okay."
Rashad, pause.
What's
Rashad. Somebody watching TV. We can hear it all in the background.
Yeah, somebody's background is super loud. I don't know if it's
Chia.
It might be Chia or Thomas.
Yeah, Chia keeps going out.
It's Chia with the lows of the TV or something, man.
Hold on.
You gonna send us your microphone? We don't want that.
She's picking up everything.
Highlights. Found out he Nigerian and got hype.
Oh man. So head coach came to me. He said, "Is a school interested in you?" I said, "All right, what's the school name? What's the school called?" He said, "Geneva College." Now, mind you, I had never heard of Geneva before. So I was like, okay. I was like, where is that? Where is it at? He said, "It's in Pennsylvania." I said, okay, cool. Going out of state. I always wanted to go to school out of state, get away and have a different experience in life and everything. So I went home. He said the coach wanted you to get in contact with him. I gave them your information. Here's his number, yada, yada, yada. So I said, I'm going to go home and look up the school. And I said, "Where's this school at, by the way?" I know you said Pennsylvania. I said, "PA, where's it at?" He says, "In Beaver Falls." I looked at him. I said, "Man, stop fucking with me, man. That ain't even no real city." Like, I thought he was trolling. Because I had a new high.
It's like a storybook.
Yeah, I had a new head coach my senior year, man. That man be trolling. So I was like, that's not a real city. So I looked it up, and they were under construction. They were adding a new archway and stuff like that. I was like, man, they trying to build this school. This is like the movie Accepted. Man, I ain't really finna go nowhere. So talked to Coach Contenta, and he was like super interested to talk to me and everything. At the time, I had already visited Frostburg a few times, so I was really, really, really liking Frostburg. But I told my mom about the school. They were interested in me. I didn't know much about it. Could tell it was faith-based just by looking at the website. So we went up there to do a visit. And fun fact, we actually went up there to do a visit I went up there twice. First time I went up there on a visit, I think it was just like a day thing. We went up there Friday night or something. We went up there on a Friday after school. Maybe I might have skipped school that day. I was a senior, so who cared? Met a couple people, saw the campus, did a little tour. They took me to Pizza Joe's. Pizza Joe's was pretty. It was pretty lit. It was all right. You know, the food was good. I met this dude named G, Gerard Machete. Shout out G from Calvert in Maryland. So
Yeah.
that's probably why he
Fellow
put me with
Maryland
him.
person.
Yeah, put me with another Maryland person, black guy. He took me to this party because they said, you know, hey, you're football, you're gonna play football here. We'll send you with this guy, take you to a party. So I went with G to this party. It was me, G, and maybe one other person that looked like us. So I said, okay, everyone's standing around drinking beer. They were like, hey, you want a beer? I'm trying to fit in. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll drink a beer, whatever. And I didn't really like it. Now I love it. I drank beer and it was like, okay, this is cool. So then G looked at me. He was like, hey man, you want to get out of here? Go to a real party. I said, oh shit. All right, let's go. You know, I'm thinking it's about to be something crazy. So we went to a house party of people that looked like us, and it was like maybe a little bit better. But I was like, okay, this clearly isn't a place where I'm about to sit around and have a whole bunch of parties. But I had a good time. I enjoyed it. Went back and forth between there and Frostburg. When I went to Frostburg, there the party the football team took me to at Frostburg. I knew if I went there, I wouldn't graduate. So the choice was up to me. Those were kind of the two schools I was looking at. I had a D2 school interested in me from New Mexico. My mom said, I'm not sending you out there. So I ended up picking Geneva. And it was one of the, I guess, best experiences or decisions I could have made. I got to meet you guys. I learned a lot. I grew a lot, obviously. Being in an uncomfortable situation. Coming from the high school I went to, everybody looked like me. You know, they say we were only like 70% black, but it was nothing but niggas in there. Woodlawn was nothing but niggas. In high school, I had like 3 principals in 4 years. Like that's how bad it was. We was getting them out of there. We had to sit in.
30% was doing school from home.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's bad as shit.
Yeah, we was wild, dog. We was wild. I had a social
Oh,
studies
terrible.
teacher in the 3rd floor through a chair. You know those chairs that's attached to the table? Like chucked it out the window
Damn.
on the 3rd floor. Yeah, my school was pretty
What?
lit, man.
Fuck it
So
out the window.
going from that to Geneva, man,
What
it was
was
a
the
culture
reason?
shock,
Oh,
dog.
all you gotta do is
It
throw
was
it.
culture shock, man. It was so wild, dog. It was
That's
different.
horrible.
But started off engineering major. Quickly found out that wasn't for me. I was not prepared. I had to take engineering, the pre-engineering class twice. I was like, nah, this ain't it. Thought about going into business, but I thought it moved a little too slow for me, so I fell on communication. Just my mom said, figure out something you're good at and go with that. And I was always good at computers, so got into communication, started doing post-production, video editing, web design, stuff like that. Took some classes, met some cool people. Um, Ended up having a video and film fest my last semester up there. Do the web design, do the video editing stuff, and overall tried to make it as much as I could, make it the best that I possibly could. So that's my story on how I found out about Geneva and ended up there with y'all. Raggedy.
Yeah, was I in that video you made for Film Fest?
You was in
I
that
remember
video.
that joint.
You were in
Yeah.
there. It was
It
you.
was
It was
Monica.
Corinne. Monica was in there,
Yeah.
and
What was the tall white boy name?
Rebar. Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesse.
Jesse
Yeah.
was in there.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
watch
why.
that
That
video
was
about every other year.
you might we might have to post a little trailer on our Instagram or something because that movie was a little scary.
Hey, thanks for that plug. We are now actually on Instagram. We All We Got podcast is on Instagram. Look us up. We All We Got. We're gonna be posting snippets of videos on there. Information about us, man. Just important information and stuff like that. So we still in season 1, but as we grow, we're gonna look to grow on there as well. So hey, that was a good plug, man.
so let me ask for people watching,
Shit.
like everybody that's been here, while you were at Geneva, did it ever occur to you to be like, man, I'm trying to get out of here, like I'm trying to transfer?
Oh, that's a nice question. Wait, before you answer that, I was like, don't leave that part out where y'all left me. I'm gonna need you to give his version. I'm gonna need your version.
Yeah, no, that's real. So obviously, I was one of those kids in high school, man. It came easy to me. I never really had to study. My senior year, I had a class with Miss Burks. One of my best friends was in there in Paris. Shout out Paris. We walk into class, we drop our books off, ask Miss Burks what you want, and then we leave. We go to McDonald's, we go to Kaplan's Deli, we go wherever. I might have sat in that class 3 times. I got an A. We'd be in the hallways, we'd be walking around school. High school just came easy to me. It was like that. And so going to Geneva, going to college, I thought it was gonna be the same way. Was not. So I was messing around. I'm a high school. I'm a kid playing football for the first time. Started making a name for myself. Was in the paper, blocking the field goal at homecoming, helped us win the game. But I just wasn't
That
taking
was
class
lit.
It
serious.
was
I wasn't
lit.
taking class
Hella
serious,
lit.
man. Yeah, I actually put myself in the game for that fun fact too. I told Marcus Costanza I think I could block it. And then B Wills was next to me. He was like, "You better block that shit." Then I was like, "All right, now that's pressure. Pressure. One of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Hold up. I got a question. So you could just leave high school, like when you wanted to, just leave the
Bro, my
school.
high school was bad. We just left. We went out the
They
back door.
would
We
literally call the
walked.
cops, like if we left our school.
We knew the cops. We knew the SROs, man.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
is
no,
wild.
Miss Burke's class was wild. I only took 3 classes my senior year. That's all I needed. And honestly, I only needed 2. I took 3 so I could get a lunch because I played spades and lunch. And we used to run the spades game at lunch. And we used to run it. So
Yo, why
He
your
was a
high
whole
school lit?
nigga in
What's
high
going
school.
on?
if my sister ever get on here, my sister tell you she remembers the day my freshman year. My mom's and her dropped me off at school for football, and my sister said it looked like one of those high schools out of the movies. Because you had the jocks walking around in like their Letterman jackets, the cheerleaders were all outside. It was like no structure to anything. It was
This
wild.
nigga went to
And my
Richmond High. Like, what the fuck?
it was like,
Rich
Coach Carter
what?
was the basketball coach.
teachers ain't supposed to touch students. I ain't the teacher. Hey, I just watched that movie 3 times in the last 48 hours too. I'm not even. I love that movie, dog.
That's a top 5 basketball movie.
But hey,
Fucking gridiron ganger at school.
To answer to your question, man, in the beginning, I used to have that question a lot. I don't know if y'all remember. I actually thought I was LeBron, and I did a little fake ESPN special.
I forgot about that.
That I made, and I had my sister sit
I
there
ain't
and
seen
interview
that.
me on if I was going to return to Geneva or if I was going to go transfer somewhere else. And I said I was going to be taking my talents to return to Geneva, man. I don't know who I thought I was. I did.
This man made a whole production. Like he had his sister as like the anchor.
I dropped the intro teaser. People were mad. Yeah, I did it all, man.
Yo, that's hilarious.
But yeah, there was multiple times. But I definitely thought I was like, man, this school ain't for me. I ran into some things during my time there. I remember being around a bunch of people from the Black Student Organization my freshman year, and they said that we were 0.8% of the population African Americans were. And I said, bro, I ain't got no business being here. Like this ain't what I'm accustomed to. You know, this is not anything that I'm comfortable with. But I think that as I started getting older, you know, getting into my sophomore year, junior year, I started maturing a little bit. I started thinking outside the box and saying this is what I need because I'm not always going to be in environments where everybody looks like me my entire life. So Thomas, you better get a man Binky, dude.
That nigga took. Hey, look, this nigga just took my chain. But since we're on pause, I got a question for you.
Get your chain took?
Yeah, my son took my chain. So transitioning from transitioning from high school to college, right? What was your biggest obstacle your freshman year outside of leaving the engineering major?
This is gonna sound crazy, but having to make a decision on my own without my mom being there to help guide me, and it was something small, but all it was figuring out my classes for the second semester. Like, that was the first time in my life I couldn't sit there and have someone beside me to help kind of guide me through the decision I had to make. So even though it was small in the grand scheme of decisions and stuff and things that I had to do, it was one of those things like, damn, I could do this. You know, I can make decisions about my life, and it just gave me a little bit of confidence. So that it was definitely a big confidence boost. I say that was.
True. Okay.
I got another question.
I'm about to say, go ahead. I got something.
Man.
Hey, look, I ain't smoked today.
I'm trying to go right into it. Huh?
I didn't smoke today. I got
remember
plenty
freshman
of
year in Patterson? You remember freshman year in Patterson House? One of our roommates took your Monster out of your fridge, and you decided to hold his PlayStation hostage.
How did I know this was going to come up? All right, so I'm going to tell you the story, man. So we had where we stayed at, like we mentioned in the last episode. Me, Ian Jarwood, and a guy named Will Ringer stayed in one room. Across the hall from us was this guy named Sway. He stayed with Alex Fabian. Alex was like a jokester. He drove his car through campus one time with us in the car from the brig to the house, like literally through
that was
campus on the
lit.
sidewalk. That's just how Alex was. So I had a mini fridge, which I missed that little black mini fridge. I had a Monster in there because I've been drinking Monster since it was unhealthy, and he decided to go in our room, take my Monster out of my fridge, and hide it. So when I found out it was him, now mind you, I'm a young black kid from Baltimore. I went in his room and took his PlayStation and locked it in my safe. And I said, "You ain't getting the shit back till I get my Monster back."
You had a safe at Geneva?
Yeah, I ain't know y'all, bro. I ain't trust y'all yet. I ain't know y'all.
This
So I
man had
said,
trust issues coming into college.
yeah, man.
He didn't even drink it. He just hit it.
Yeah.
Hold on, pause for the
He
call.
took everything.
Hold up, time out. This nigga took a $200 to $300 game system over a $3 Monster.
Principal.
Yeah.
Said this is
You are
war.
wild. And Buddy probably didn't even come talk to you or say
Me-
anything about it. He probably just
Just
replaced the
sitting
Monster.
there.
No, it was toxic.
Me and Ian were looking at each other like, bro, what is happening right now?
Bro, I had to establish I wasn't a pushover. You ain't finna come in my room
I
and steal
was
my
so
Monster,
confused.
man. You know how you give
Look.
people an inch, they take a mile.
No
This
one
is
thought you were a
Monster.
pushover, bro.
Hell no.
Then he would have stole my phone posits or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I wasn't letting it slip down that slope.
Look, I tried to tell the people that be watching this shit that you motherfuckers had some passes, like y'all got past lives that, you know, yeah, we are in our 30s now, but this motherfucker was 18, 19 holding PlayStations for ransom. Like,
Oh, bro, listen, I say it all the time,
Whatever.
man. I'm not the same person I was at 18, 19. God ain't done working on me, but he done came a
I
long
get
way.
it. I understand.
God came a long way.
And Baltimore came out that nigga that day like, this nigga
Hey, I
took
got a
my
story.
Monster.
I got a story for y'all.
I'm pretty sure me and Jarwood had to like talk Briscoe into giving it back to him.
Literally, we're like, bro, this is too much, yo. Like, chill out.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So, Chia, Jeff, and Thomas, y'all don't know this story, but this is how much I've grown. So I remember freshman year, right? Me, Ian, and Jarwood, we used to go hang out in different places. So we obviously coming in as freshmen, we met freshman girls and stuff, and we used to go to the freshman girls' dorm a lot of times and just hang out over there with them. And they had a little lobby area. So there was this one chick. I'm not gonna say her name because she married now. She was super cool with us, but she was dating this upperclassman that played on the football team, and we all just hung out with them. But I think he thought I was trying to get at his girl or something, so he got real mad. When I don't know if y'all remember the story or not. He got real mad. He saw us in their lobby sitting with them, so he got real mad. He's big buff dude, and so right outside, past the little volleyball pit, walking up towards where the sheets
I
area
just
is,
remembered.
it was like a little back and forth confrontation, bro. And I just like Ian ain't even see it. It scared the shit out of him because I used to carry a knife on me all the time. So the dude started walking up on me, so I just pulled a knife out, bro, hiding it. I was finna cut him up.
I remember that.
Bro, I was about that, man.
This
I
is
believe
incident
you.
number 2. He done held the game for ransom, and this motherfucker's about to cut somebody. Look, this third story, he might have been in jail. I'm trying to tell you. Look.
Oh man,
Yo,
I'm a
God
different person,
was
man.
really with you because he didn't snitch on you either.
He didn't.
He really did. That could have been. Thinking back at like I mean Geneva's a bunch of sheltered kids. Like he could have gone and ran and told right away.
Yeah. And make it worse than like it's gonna be your word versus his type
Who was the dude? Was it
It was. You want me to say the name?
did his
or
last
drop the
name? His last name started with a C.
Yeah.
All right, I remember who it is.
As your unofficial lawyer, I would recommend you to not, because the statute of limitations is not expired.
Hey, that shit happened a while ago. You know what I'm saying?
It's in the chat.
A while ago.
It's in the chat.
Nah, bro.
Hey.
10 years. Well, more than 10 years. But
I don't even remember who the girl was for real.
just play on the safe side.
Oh, wow.
My man was wilding back then in the day, yo.
I
And this
forgot
ain't even that ain't even the half of it. We just getting started. Like this nigga story might have a part 2 to it. I'm pretty sure.
Man.
Oh yes,
It was an interesting time because back then, man, it was one of those things where we were just all friendly. We were friendly. When I first went to Geneva, there was this girl I was dating that went to Spelman at the time. So I wasn't there trying to like hit on women or anything like that, dude. I was up there just trying to be a freshman in college, away from my family and for the first time and meet people and have fun. And it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing serious, but I guess it was just taken out of context. You know, maybe he thought I was trying to take his girl. So I don't know, man. Teach his own.
So for the viewers, they probably
And-
wondering,
and-
like,
and-
Ian, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in hindsight, you did not need the knife. Me and Jarwood were there. We had your.
No, that's real.
We were not gonna let nothing happen.
He ain't know y'all like that yet.
That's
He wasn't,
another
you know,
thing.
y'all was battle tested. So you know what I'm saying. If he got to defend himself,
That was
like,
probably like, yeah, that was probably like the first week of school though too. So he
Damn.
really didn't know us like that yet.
first
All right.
week, though.
That is really true. We had just moved into Patterson House, bro. I really didn't know y'all. I didn't even know Jarwood snored yet. Now the whole campus knows Jarwood snored, dude.
But it's kind of crazy though, because like we had just known each other, and like it's like I bet these my people, like we bonding already. So like it was kind of a weird experience, like that
Always
early
say-
on.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I always
dang,
say
man.
college is weird, man. They put you in a room with people that you know nothing about and just say, yeah, trust them. This dude could have been a murderer, bro. I'm not
That's
trusting
wild
him,
when
bro.
you think about it.
Literally, bro.
I
Like,
don't
I'm
know
supposed
this
to go
man.
to sleep in the same room as this nigga, and I don't even know him.
Right?
So if you think I'm not supposed to have a safe and a knife, you crazy.
That is crazy when you think about it.
And you know what's crazy? They don't even run background checks before you get to college.
That is
No.
Yeah.
true.
At least back then they
They damn sure didn't.
Niggas would be crazy.
Yeah, just write a good ass essay.
Hey, so I'm gonna say this too, because this came up in Ian's joint too. When I got to college, I started growing my hair out because I wanted to get dreads. So I got braids.
hair time.
My hair grew fast. I think I started growing my hair in August. I had braids in December, but they stopped growing after I got them braided. Like I really never. I had that like no hang time type shit.
Yeah.
And my hair would not grow after that. But then I kept playing basketball with Ian in the off season, so I had to go get my hair braided like once or twice a week with the lady Nicole or whatever her name was down the street at the salon. I used to go there once or twice a week, get my hair braided, man. Freshman year was just wild. We was doing a little bit of everything.
We were doing absolutely
Too
everything.
much. Way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much and not enough at all.
Yes. Agreed. So hey, to what Jarwood said, so my grades fell my freshman year, so I wasn't able to play in the last 3 games of the season. I didn't get to go to the bowl game because my grades had dropped, so I had to get my grades right. Still was slacking off a little bit my sophomore year, so I came back that fall, but then they have removed my student aid, so it was like I could come back for my second semester of my sophomore year, but financially it just didn't make sense, and so technically I didn't get kicked out, but I didn't have the financial aid to go. So it made sense. My mom had got a surgery at the time anyway. It made sense for me to just go home. Did the community college, messed around and made dean's list at the community college, and then I came back to Geneva right after that. I had a 3.75 that semester.
Hey,
I
There
should
you
have
go.
stayed there.
Okay.
Wait,
For real, for real.
I swear. The one class I thought I was gonna get an A in, she gave me a B. Asshole.
that was your freshman year to have though?
No, that was the second semester of my sophomore year.
Oh yeah.
That was the second semester of when you was there.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, I remember you coming back in the spring. I think that's when I first met you.
Yeah,
It was my second semester at my freshman year. Yeah.
yeah, when I came up there.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say this dude made that announcement. It was in the winter, right? Of that year, yeah.
yeah.
I was dying.
That was a wild time, man. We used to
So
go
what
to
was-
the store to further Thomas's opinion of me.
Oh,
We used to have the house we stayed in had mad stink bugs. It was like infested with stink bugs. So I was the one that
Oh
was
my
like, yo, let's go
gosh,
to
yeah.
Walmart because we tried everything. We tried drowning them, we tried burning them, we tried killing them, but they just more came back. So I was like, yo, let's go to Walmart and buy BB guns and just start sniping them. So I had this.
I still
orange and
have
clear-
mine.
The orange and clear BB gun, man, and we just used to like try to catch them across the room, pop, just like pop the stink bugs, man. which wasn't smart, but
Like, why were
Yeah,
we
they gonna
doing all
yeah
this?
they gonna stink the room up.
we were freshmen, bro. We ain't think.
Oh, they did, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would keep them in our like the tea jugs. Like we would keep them in there, and they survived for like weeks.
What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, we were
They
different back
literally
then.
had us living in a stink bug infested house.
We were savages, though. We were definitely on savage life.
What was your dating life like going to Geneva? Do you feel like you had pressure to be like, I guess I don't know what that would be like.
But we get to it now, huh?
I had an interesting few years at Geneva, man. Very, very, very interesting few years. Like I said, when I first came up there, I was seeing somebody. So the first semester was kind of laid back. But after that semester kind of ended and then transitioning, I got in one. I hate to say this, but I got in one serious relationship, and I hope I don't hurt nobody's feelings saying that. But I got in one
Not mine.
real serious relationship when I was up there. Girl Alicia and I dated. We met. She came in. Jeff, she was your year, obviously. You remember her.
Yeah.
And we started dating the fall I came back. And I think we started dating like October, something like that. And we dated for basically 2 years, And I don't know if I was just like excited because there was another black girl on campus. So I was like, yes.
Shit, we was excited for you.
But yeah, but yeah, man. So I was involved with her for a while, but outside of that, I had never dated or been with or done anything with a woman with a white woman, I'll say. So that was a little bit of an adjustment, just feeling like that was my only options up there at first. I was like, I got to get real uncomfortable real quick, and it didn't make it any better. That Ian and Jarwood came in like, we love white women.
Hey. Why are we throwing strays?
Why you gonna put us out there like that, bro?
Look,
Hey, if I'm under the gun,
80%.
y'all all gonna be under the gun.
Goddamn right.
I can't promote this episode no more.
80% of this fucking podcast is white women. Just good.
White women. Those words were never uttered.
There's no black girls in the school.
We
bro.
don't
I look. It won't, but still, goddamn.
Bro, literally the only.
we don't have a preference. Love is love.
Bully is
Let me know if I'm forgetting somebody. There was only 2 black women that came in with us. It was Julie and Jasmine. Pop. I can't think of an Ish.
Yeah,
That's
she was
it.
there too.
That was only 3 black women that came in with us. So off rip, options was limited.
Yeah, they were.
True. I'm trying to think of who else was black, but now
Me
you're
too.
Right.
Was it Sydney was your year, right?
Oh yeah, Sydney.
Yeah.
I forget Sydney. My bad, Sydney.
Hold on, wait.
But
Hold on,
Sydney
wait.
and I became friends real quick. Like she wasn't like her and I just became real cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sid was cool as shit.
Yeah, her and I became super cool right away.
Hold on, time out. There's a name that I've heard throughout these stories. Who and what year was Melody, or was she not black?
Oh, bro, she was a unicorn that was a couple years ahead of us.
Wait,
Oh.
Melody?
Sir, where are you going?
I got you.
That's stupid.
Oh my god.
Just edit that out.
Yeah, I think she was a junior when we came in as freshmen. Or she might have been a senior.
She was, yeah. She was
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
upperclassman. So like that even added to like the little
Pedestal.
Yeah. So she was ahead of us. That wasn't an option either. But it's not like
Nope.
Jeff and them came in with a lot of black girls neither.
Alicia. That was it. That was literally it. In my
But
year.
y'all were really walking around campus like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah.
We low key was back then. Man. We had a good little run. She had a good
Y'all
family.
did.
Her sister and I became one. Well, obviously she has a few sisters, but I can't say obviously because I don't know if nobody else knew that. But she has a few sisters. But one of her sisters and I became cool, and it was good family, good people. They live in Pittsburgh, or they did. I don't know if they still do. Thomas, you better get that man Binky, dog.
Bro, my son is over a year old. Ain't no bingies around here.
Yo,
You better get that man some
Stop
Hennessy or
hitting your
something.
head on this damn thing, bro. What are you doing?
you
All
remember
right, I gotta
freshman
go.
year?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Remember freshman year when we both got sick? What was that? What was that called? It was like some
Bro,
kind
I
of.
feel like we had COVID. Cause I literally,
Nah,
it was like,
Y'all had mono.
I literally went
Nah,
and
Y'all
got
y'all had
sick.
mono.
Nah, chill, chill.
I slept for like 17 hours. It felt completely better. I've never
It was
slept that long.
It was a swine flu. That's what it was.
Wasn't that it?
Wild.
Wasn't that that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. We
Word.
both got it at the same time.
Yeah, it was wild.
Briscoe
All we did
had
was just sleep.
Briscoe had chicks coming over to take care of him while he was sick.
You really did.
And I'm just
I don't
straight
know
up in
what
the top bunk, like shivering.
Listen, only people that Crystal came by and bought me soup, and I think Sydney brought me something. That was it. I don't know why you acting like I had like 30 chicken.
Nope, there was another person there.
Yeah.
Oh, there was another black girl that was there all year too.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Brandy?
Yeah, I do.
I
But
do.
there was another
Oh,
person
yeah.
that came to take care of you when we were sick.
There was a
I can't remember her name though.
I don't
I was there for that.
She had like different color hair.
Was it
remember.
initials?
Oh, you. Is that it?
But she was definitely like talking to somebody else on campus too.
Was that it? Was that it right there?
Yep.
Yep.
That was it.
I forgot about that.
My man's was a swiper. You know, like, look, hey, I'm sick. Come take care of me.
Nah,
know what I'm
bro, I
saying?
wasn't even. Bro, I'm telling you, dog.
This man had to
chilling.
schedule slots for his his people coming to take care of him.
Y'all making me sound bad, man.
Like, yeah, you got the 8 o'clock shifts.
Come on.
You can bring me soup at 6 from the cafeteria. You can
Like,
bring-
dang, you ain't got nothing for me. I'm up here sick too.
Nah, fuck you. We can't hear for him.
He said, fuck your talk.
You're not the bottom anymore. You're my number one now.
Crazy thing is, nothing was even happening. With me or
Like,
anything.
yeah.
They just-
The Beaver Falls joint said, I'll take care of you, Ian.
Say that, yeah.
She said, I got
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
man. All right.
Can we talk about? This might be off topic, but Sway. You remember Sway used to work at the Brig and would fill up trash bags with burgers at the end of the night and come back with a trash
Hey,
bag full
yo.
of burgers.
I'm talking about black trash bags with like 30 burgers in it, bro. And he would just
Black
put it in the
trash
fridge.
bag.
And he'd be sitting in the living room, picking his toes, smelling his fingers, like, bro, y'all want a burger? Nah, bro, that's what you did.
You
I
been
don't want
digging
that.
in your feet?
I don't want that.
Yo, he
Oh,
really
Like, he would
bastard.
try to share them though. I give it to him.
Nah,
You
I
say?
don't want
Don't even do
Like,
it.
hey, like, yo, John, get you something, man. Hey, them John's good.
Hey, freshman year was wild, man. I mean, obviously I had a good time after that, but
Go get your
when
blanket.
Leash and I were together, I didn't really hang out with you guys that much. I ain't party with y'all. I ain't really do nothing. You know, it was mostly just her and I. So I didn't really have a big party experience. But I do remember one time for my 21st, we threw a party. Y'all threw me a party at somebody's house, and we had made jungle juice. And we ran out of jungle juice, and
I
me and
remember
Leisha
that.
went back to Walmart to try to buy more stuff. And I bought a bottle of Peach Ciroc, and I was just walking around the basement like this, just drinking the
remember
bottle.
that.
I remember
itself,
that.
getting hammered, bro, on my 21st birthday. It was a good time. Oh, by the way, never mind. We'll get to that later.
I got a hood story for y'all since we kind of like diverted away from this nigga's like ghetto past. So there was a party that I had, you know, that we all went to. Granted, I wasn't going to the school, but I was up there for, you know, just visiting after the game, right? Hold on. All right, bro. Because it's time for you to go sleep.
You about to tell a story?
He was.
Now you got me interested, bro. What is the
That's what it
story?
sounds like when I hear that story.
Hold on.
That Briscoe used to ride around blasting blood on the leaves.
Oh, Hey, what was his name, dog? He played on the team. I used to just pull up and play that song, blasting it out loud, and then get out the car and chase him.
Who was his name?
It was him and
What
Tim.
was his name?
Was that Craig?
No, it wasn't Craig.
Little light skinned boy?
He was a little light skinned boy, but I don't remember that. I don't remember that nigga name.
Was it E?
No, it wasn't E.
I can like see his face. I can't remember what his name was though.
Oh nah, that was after my time. But nah, now that I got him quiet or whatever. So was up there for this party, right? As a matter of fact, I came up there for homecoming. This is 2014. All of us was there, with the exception of Chia, I believe. I don't know where Chia was, but y'all niggas bought a smoke machine in somebody's house, right?
Monica's.
I remember that.
Okay, all right. So
Hey, this
we
was
was
my
all
first
in there.
semester being single after Alicia and I broke up too. By the way, my
Nah,
last semester
y'all
at
was still
Geneva.
together.
No, we wasn't, bro. We didn't date my last semester up there.
No, they weren't together.
I don't think
I remember
they
the
were.
one chick said we could have the party at. The one chick said we could have the party at her
Yeah.
house. Nora.
Nora, yeah.
But then Monica was not having it.
Monica came downstairs
Yeah.
pissed. Nah, because this is what fucked up. So Briscoe, the dude that was on the wrestling team or whatever the fuck he played, I think he played rugby. He was like, "All right, y'all gonna have to turn the smoke machine off or something like that." And he was like, Briscoe was like, "Bro, we having a party." Monica said we could party here, whatever, we good. He's like, "Nah, bro, you gotta turn that off." Briscoe's like, "Bro, I don't give a fuck what you talking about right now. We, you know what I'm saying? We partying." So dude goes to grab the smoke machine and Briscoe's like, "Hey, yo, don't touch my shit." He's like, "You touch my shit, I'm gonna fuck you up." So mind you, all of us is in there. So if he touch him, we ride. We about to fuck him up. So this is when Monica comes downstairs and is like, "You know what? Everybody gotta go." Or whatever, because the little small skinny chick was like, "I'm gonna call the cops." I'm like,
Nora was gonna call the cops.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't-
with it.
it was somebody.
No, it was the dude's girlfriend.
I know
Yeah,
you're
she
talking
got all,
about.
she got all, she was all out of pocket. I'm like, bro, just chill. We about to leave. We
Was
ain't
that
gotta call the
Harmon?
cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him.
It was who?
Josh Harnhold or some shit like that.
Bro, y'all
Yeah,
remember the
some-
most random names.
Cause this shit, it was funny because you like, bro, I ain't never seen you like buff up like that on the nigga, and that shit was like, oh man, we about to fuck this nigga up. He about to get beat the fuck up in here because like all the
y'all didn't
niggas was
learn-
looking at you.
If y'all ain't
It
learned
was
from my
like-
freshman year, I don't like when people touch my stuff. Like, don't touch my stuff. Like,
Clearly.
you can ask me to do something. You can strongly advise that I do something. But don't touch my stuff. Like, especially if I'm not. If I walked into her, if she had said no
Chia.
Yeah, I
no
remember,
smoke
bro.
stuff. If she
I know
said
where you
no-
going. I remember, bro.
If she said
I was gonna
no
say.
smoke, no smoke machine, and I bought one anywhere, I'm out.
That's
But
so
the smoke
wild,
machine
bro.
was cleared prior to the event.
It was, and
Yeah, it
I ain't
was.
trying to hear you change your mind. Nah, it's too late. We in here. We live.
And the crazy thing about it was we was having a great fucking time. Even the dude Josh was having a great time, and then his girlfriend was just she had something going on.
Oh, I
And-
remember. He dated that little skinny Joan.
Yeah,
Looked like a toothpick.
yup. She got mad about something. Was like, everybody gotta go, and just like, bro, who the fuck are you?
Like, it wasn't even their
I
No,
know
house.
your
it wasn't.
house.
She was
Bruh.
upset.
Bro, what's fucked up? I remember like when they broke up for for a while, and he was hanging out with us. And I remember Jeff roasting the hell out of her while he was out there, bro. Like he said all the shit she wouldn't say. And he was with us there, and then they got back together like 3 weeks later. I was like,
That's
Yo,
bro, you roasted the hell out of her. I was like, bro.
I remember that.
I was like, what?
Geneva
Bro.
love. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Bro, this dude tried to fight me over her, yo.
Yeah, Jarwood held his own, bro. That was so. That was so random. Yeah,
He tried to fight you,
Chia was
Jarwood?
all
Yeah.
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 Oh, we squabbled.
Hey, that
What?
That
Y'all
wasn't the
fought?
only time-
Hold up.
Just a little squabble.
Hey, that wasn't the only time. No, I got kicked out of a party at Geneva. That same year, that senior year, bro. I went. This is when me and the one girl was kind of talking, and we was at somebody's house, bro. And we went upstairs and we passed out on the floor, just like knocked out. Just was tired, bro. It was like one of those late nights, you know what I mean? And I don't know what they thought we were doing up there, but the dude came up there pissed, talking shit. What are y'all doing? Y'all need to get out. I was like, bro, we sleeping, bro. Like we weren't even cuddled up. We was just literally laying on the floor, knocked out. And dude had a whole problem with it, so I was about to put a pause on him too.
You just woke up out your sleep ready to fight.
Bro, he came in there. He woke me up with the static. I didn't even.
I don't even think I went to that party. I think I went home or something.
Nah, I think you was there because
I was there.
yeah, because I think me, you, I think Rob and Sparks were all there. And
Yeah,
then,
that was our little squad.
yeah.
Hey, I remember one time I went to a party.
Hey, Ian, you remember Trifecta?
Why do I vaguely remember that?
Oh
Hey,
man,
real quick,
I
before you
remember
jump
that
into
thing.
before you jump into that,
Bro, I didn't know what Trifecta was back then. I was just, I had no idea.
Hey, before you jump into that, I remember one time I went to a party with Ian. It was my last semester up there, and I drove to the party, and we got hammered. I don't even remember whose house it was. I don't remember if it was because we used to hang out at the girl Katie Sosa's place. I don't know whose house it was, but it was snowing and we got hammered. And for some reason, I decided to drive back, and Ian was like, "Well, I'm
yo,
riding with you. You my ride." I have no idea, bro, how we drove all the way back to campus. I backed into a parking spot. We parked the car and both just knocked out. Ian got out the car in the middle of the night and went back to the apartment and left me in there sleeping, bro. I woke up in the car like 6:30 in the morning, like, where am I? Ian's in the car knocked out, bro. Just left
I
me.
My
was
brother,
gonna
that's
that
Public
called
though.
service
muscle memory.
announcement. Do not repeat this. Do not repeat this.
We all did dumb shit in our
No, I'm just
20s.
saying public service announcement for those listening. Do not copy his
Oh
actions.
yeah.
But yeah,
No,
No,
I
we don't drink and drive now.
right.
No.
I was gonna say that for my episode when I was talking about how I was gonna say how I met y'all. Yo, that was the night that I realized Briscoe was like the most loyal nigga ever, yo. Briscoe drove Ian back. I was still there. I'm like, yo, ain't no way he coming back. Briscoe was like, yo, nah, I'm gonna pick you up, bro. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Sure enough. Sure enough, like an
drove back,
hour
got you.
later, Briscoe was back. I'm like, how did this man even leave in the first place? Like, get y'all back safely.
I said,
Come
hey,
back,
them niggas left
grab
behind.
me. I remember that day.
I remember that too, man. I remember that too.
That joint was hilarious.
We were so out of pocket.
We were very out of
That's
pocket.
another name I forgot about.
We were very
All
out of
right.
pocket.
So to bring it back, question for you. Granted, it's completely off topic from all the funny shit we've been talking about, right? So you went to Geneva to play football. What would you say, what would you say was your best game?
My best game?
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would be my senior year when we played St. Vincent. It was a third game of the season. I was conference player of the week. I had 10 tackles, 4 pass breakups, an interception. I technically had 2, but they didn't give me the second one. It was my first collegiate career interception. I had a nice little interview on the radio after that, and was player of the week. The dude that I guarded ended up going to the dude I ended up guarding ended up by the time he graduated, he was like top 5 in NCAA Division III in yards and touchdowns. So the kid was really good. He was making me work, but I would say that was probably my best game that I had, complete game.
Yep.
Yeah, we were 3-0 too at that
Those
time.
some stats.
Yeah, that's a good ass stat line, honestly, for real.
Yeah.
What DB at that? Like you got 10 tackles as a DB. Shit, you all over the field. Well, y'all
Played a
playing
lot of
man or
short
zone
side
that game?
corner too. We played a lot of man, but I also played a lot of short side corner too. So I'd come down and run fit and stuff.
Yeah, you was always on that island from what I remember.
But hey, I had no vision when I caught that pick. I watched it on my highlight tape. I could have ran it back if I cut left. I cut right into the. I had no vision, bro. That's why I ain't play running back.
He cut right into the tackle.
Yeah, I had no vision, bro. No vision at all.
This is why you don't give your kids candy before bed.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, I know.
I didn't do that, but I'm just saying. I don't know why this motherfucker still so just up. But nah, I
Yo, Briscoe.
What's up?
So, do you remember freshman year? Me, you, and Jarwood were walking back from I think we were walking back from Alex's or something, and the other like group of older black kids started chasing us and tried to jump us, and y'all took
No.
off and left me there, and
And
I
we
got
ran back.
jumped.
We ran back to the house.
Yeah,
It was
First of
everybody
all,
else's
dipped to
fault.
the
we
house
had heard
first.
just say Briscoe is loyal, and he was like, "Nah, I'm taking this back."
Both y'all just left me.
Hey man, it was every man for himself, bro. I to show you that track speed,
Hey
man.
man, this is a dog eat dog.
I had to
Y'all
get
both
out there,
have track
man.
speed. Like, what do I got?
I mean, you cooked Jarwood on the one-on-ones. I thought you could run with us.
I don't got that track speed though.
We gonna let that die, huh?
And I'm
Oh
trying to think
man.
back on my impressions when I first met you guys. Um, I know when I remember
Oh yeah.
when I first met I'll just go in the order of y'all on my screen. I remember when I first met Ian, um, it was when y'all was doing the knock knock ditch thing our freshman year, knocking on the door and taking off. But then when I actually met Ian, I was like, damn, bro, this dude's cool as shit. I was like, he got a good sense of humor. He's funny, but he's pretty laid back. He seems very unbothered about a lot of things in life. You know what I mean? He don't take, not that he doesn't take things seriously, but he just doesn't let things bother him. You know, he's kind of like a duck's back. Water hits it, rolls off. He doesn't really get flustered by much. So I was like, that's a cool ass dude, man. That's somebody, you know, I can see myself definitely hanging out with. When I first met Jarwood, I know that I thought Jarwood was trying to fuck with me because when I first met Jarwood, he was like, "Oh, my birthday is January 12th," and I was like, "Bitch, my birthday January 12th." And he was like, "Oh, I'm an engineering major." I said, "Bitch, I'm an engineering major." And he was like, "I ran track in high school." I said, "Bitch, I ran track in high school." I was like, "Bro, this man, he read my bio or something, bro. Like, he really trying to fuck with me, man." And then but obviously, with everything that we had in common, I found out Jarwood was a super cool dude, man, and we got along really well. We was interested in a lot of the same stuff, and the connection that him and I had just kind of developed after that. When I met um, Jeff, I remember I met Jeff with Cam and Alicia all around the same time. I met y'all all around the same time. I remember very vaguely there was one time we were in y'all apartment the night
Yeah,
I
I
met
remember that.
y'all, man, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, this a kid that played basketball, so that's a little different. Like I ain't really know nobody on the basketball team at the time, so I was like, okay. I was like, he seemed cool. I was like, he's from Philly, so he's from a real city. You know, he ain't no pushover. And then just getting to hang with him a couple times. I was like, yeah, this dude's real cool, man. I can see myself really hanging out with him. And for some reason, I always thought Cam was cool, but I just never connected with Cam the same way I did with you. You know, and I just always felt like you and I had a genuine friendship and stuff like that. When I met Chia after. For some reason, I feel like I met Chia after I met you, Jeff. Like I didn't meet you, Chia, right away. It took a while before I met you, but I was like at first at first when I first met Chia, I was like, man, I gotta feel this dude out. Like I don't know, cause the dude, I was like he's not playing football or basketball, and I was like, to my knowledge, every person of color here plays sports. So what is he doing? He's here for education. I don't know if I could trust him, but but the one thing I thought was cool about Chia was that he wasn't from the U.S. So I always felt like there's something I could learn from him. You know, I try to learn something. Montius used to say that. He said his dad taught him to learn a little bit about everything, and I tried to take that and apply that to people. I was like, there's probably something that I can learn from Chia. You know, he has a background and a history that I'm unfamiliar with. So uh, was looking forward to that, just like getting to know him, and then obviously the more I got to know him, I was like, oh, he's a cool ass dude. I met some cool people through you and stuff like that. So I already always appreciate that. When I first met Thomas, I looked at Thomas as like my young bull, like my project, because when he came in, I met him through the football team. We was playing the same position, so I said, "Hey, this a new kid coming in. Obviously, he played my position. I'm gonna show him why he ain't ready to start yet. I'm gonna try to show him why I'm the
I
starter."
didn't get no playtime that entire fuck season. They
but
didn't even have my jersey.
but I did try to take you under my wing, which is why we
You
had
did.
why I tried to take
You
you to
did.
those parties and show you around town and introduce you to people and stuff like that. Because even though I had that relationship, and I'm gonna use that term loosely, with G, he was an upperclassman that played on the offense side of the ball. So Thomas, you came in. I was technically I was a upperclassman, but we played in the same position group. So I viewed that as an opportunity to really try to develop a relationship with you. And I was like, this is a funny ass dude, bro. I was like, this is a funny dude that has no filter. He just says what pops in his head. I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I know it's a cool, funny dude, man. So
We was all from the hood, so that's why we got along. Well, I mean, me and you were from shit. My high school won't like yours though. Like
high
we had
school
structure.
bad. But we had structure. Our structure was no structure, man. That's what our structure
Lean
was.
on me at school. Joe Clark read that motherfucker. Yeah. Shit. I had another question. My son fucked me up. Um, shit. Well, now we all said that if we had a chance to go back and do it all over again, we probably wouldn't have went to Geneva. So I'm not gonna ask that. More on the football side, do you feel as though uh you were a player that okay, I got it. Do you feel like you were a player that contributed to the success of the football team while you were there, or were you just kind of like a role player?
Nah, I definitely was not to toot my own horn, but I definitely was a contributor. You know, like I said,
Nah, say
my
that shit.
yeah, no, my freshman
Say
year, like
that
I
shit.
said, my freshman year, the way the story went was I came in highly recruited. Was looking forward to playing. Obviously, there was some upperclassmen there. We had Richie, we had Marcus was there, and the other kid I can't remember his name, but he was cool. I think it was I don't remember his name. But they had some guys that were there, but I just wanted to play, man. I started getting negged out. I think that attributed to why my grades kind of took a hit a little bit because I came in, I was a 3-year starter in high school, playing varsity and everything, and coming there and now I'm only running down on kickoff. I was like, yeah, this is kind of Buddha. And I think my freshman year I wore number 39. Like I didn't even really get a real number, so I was like whatever. So when I vividly remember it was homecoming. We were playing Grove City, and we were winning the game, but you could tell they started getting the momentum back. And they came out the first drive of the second half. They drove down the field, kicked a field goal, and then we got the ball and we kind of stalled out. So I told Marcus because he was coming off the edge. Now, mind you, from running track, I was always quick out of the blocks. I had a quick start. I ran a very fast 40. Now, if you get me 100 meters, you're going to catch me. But I got a quick burst. So I told Marcus, I said, I think I can block it, man. He was like, well, go fucking get it then. I was like, that's not the response I thought I was going to get. So I went in there on a extra point, and I was trying to get my time. And I got the time, and I was like, okay, I think I'm going to get it. So they went down the field for their next possession. They went down the field on they went to go kick a field goal. And that's when I told B Wills, I said, hey, man, I think I'm going to block this shit. And he was like, well, you better go fucking get it then. And I was like, oh, shit. So I came off, boom, didn't block it. But it was a penalty. It was false start. So it backed them up 5, and they was going to re-kick it. And that very next play, I just timed it perfectly. Came off the edge, blocked it. It was on the highlight tape. They used it for like 2 years. And it's funny because after I blocked it, I turned around, saw I blocked it, and I just started celebrating. I didn't even know we picked it up and was about to scoop it and run it back. I just started
Oh, shit.
celebrating to the crowd hard. And then when I realized it, I turned and ran to block someone, but I like ran off the screen. I didn't touch a soul. I just ran. It was like Forrest Gump type shit. And it was hype. Like I said, we ended up winning that game because it helped flip the momentum back. And then I was on field goal block. I think I ended up having 3 blocks in my career, blocking field goals, which is a lot harder. It's a lot easier said than done, to be honest. Which helped me earn the opportunity when I did come back to be a starter my technically sophomore year on the field, junior year on the field, and then senior year on the field. So I think there were ways I could have contributed a little bit more. But in the capacity in which I was given, I definitely tried to maximize it as much as I could.
But I got a question. So, since I coach high school basketball, a lot of the things we talk about is like going where like you feel the love rather than just chasing like a division. Like I want to go D1, I want to go D2. So looking back, do you feel like I guess you made the right decision going D3, or do you look back and say, oh, like maybe I should have tried to go to that D2 school just to see like what I could have done at that level, or are
That's
you
good.
cool on D3?
That's a good question, man. To be honest, when I made the first decision to go to Geneva over Frostburg or over a couple of other schools I was looking at, I do feel like that was the right decision. I feel like that's exactly where I needed to start at, playing Division 3 ball. And what I try to tell a lot of people is, man, there's ballers at every division. And I tell the guys at high school that I coached at too, you're going to play against guys. You can go D3, NAIA. You're going to play against some guys. Some guys just don't have the grades. Some guys don't have the exposure. I didn't have a lot of exposure coming out of high school. So I played against some, really, really good talent. I remember our freshman year we played Frostburg, and they had a running back that transferred down from a D1 school, and he ran all over us. Like there's a lot of talent at Division 3 level. But I do, however, in the same breath, I will say I had an opportunity to transfer to Robert Morris because when I met the personal trainer I had, Keon Carpenter, RIP, rest his soul. He played in the NFL. He went to my high school. He actually coached me my senior year. He put me in contact with his trainer. Through his trainer, I met this guy named Rob, and Rob had just graduated from Robert Morris. And Rob was like, "Dude, 3 of our 4 DBs just graduated. I can get you in, but you got to get your release from Geneva." Um, and the only regret that I have, I try to live my life without many regrets. I do wish I would have at least tried it out to see what it was like. When we went to Youngstown the first time to visit and just walking in and seeing the stadium, it was like a dream. I was like, damn, I would love to play in front of this many people. I think at Geneva we had 6,000, 7,000 people in the stands, but you're talking about at a Division 1 FCS school, upwards of 30, 40, 50,000 people. And I can only imagine what that's like. Obviously, I've been in a crowd at college games before, but I can't imagine what it's like being on the field for that. So I do wish at that time I was in the peak shape of my life, very high athleticism. I was still learning the game. I didn't have the same IQ I have now, and I definitely at all. But I do wish I would have tried to at least transfer to see what it's like. But I 100% say in the beginning, especially in the beginning, um, go where you feel comfortable, go where you're appreciated, go where you're supported. Because there's the one thing you cannot prepare for in high school is to play against a grown man. You cannot prepare for that. You might think you're that guy at 16, 17, 18 years old, but when you're going against 22, 21, 22, 23 year olds, it's different. It's completely different. So you got to put your man body on you. You got to get into a weight and nutrition program. And then once you get into that, if you feel confident with your abilities to try to transfer, do it, man. No, you only got one life to live, I mean the saying really is you live every day but you die once. So don't live your life with regrets. If you want to try transferring, check it out. So it's like, and I do wish I would have tried, but I did enjoy my time playing ball at Geneva though.
What was the main factor that made you come back to Geneva instead of going to Robert Morris?
To be honest, I was scared.
Mm.
Call a spade a spade. I knew what they say, a bird in the hand is better than a bird in the bush or something like that. I knew what I
Two in
had
the
going
bush.
in.
Yeah.
I knew what I had going back to Geneva. I knew I could go back to Geneva, start. I knew I could go back and play. And Robert Morris was just very unknown. It was very unknown. I didn't know if I'd go up there and mesh well with the other people. I didn't know if other guys were transferring in. Obviously, at that time, if you're 3 of your 4 DBs are graduating, you're recruiting hard for that position. So I knew it would
Mm-hmm.
be a position battle. It's not like it was something that I could ease myself into. So it was a little bit of lack of confidence in myself at the time. Just being a little scared of what the opportunity might actually be like when I got there, and those things kind of held me back from going there. So if I had and my mom tried to support me as much as she could, but it's different. So I just looked at it and I said, hey, I know what I got at Geneva, and I decided to stay there. That makes sense. Dang, man. Now we
What's
got this dead air.
I was about to say, what's your favorite Geneva memory?
Favorite Geneva memory. My favorite Geneva memory, man, is when I became president of the BSO. Um, that was at the time, it was my favorite Geneva memory because it was something I didn't. A position of leadership wasn't one that I had ever been in at that point in life. So having a group of people kind of look to me to lead them, first it was a very humbling experience, and I was very proud to do that. And then seeing the growth and confidence that I had and leading the speed dating event those 2 years that I ran it at Geneva, those are probably my best memories. Just being able to bring people together and have a good time and have fun, and step outside of my comfort zone and do something a little different, something that the campus had never had before. I would probably say that was one of my favorite Geneva memories. I probably have one for every year, every scenario, each one of you individually, but that was one of my overall like favorite Geneva memories for sure.
You sure? You sure that was it? It wasn't the lingerie party that we had freshman year.
The lingerie party.
Lingerie
went to
party.
there
That
was
was
a
something.
You talking
there
about
was a pajama and lingerie party
Yeah,
down
you
at
talking
At Twandosa's.
Swan's house.
I do remember that. That's the night I met
Damn,
Crystal. When her and I
man,
became really good
I
friends.
missed
They had
that.
they
Me
had
too.
people coming from other school like we had people coming from other schools to come party at Geneva at that point.
At Geneva?
Like
That was a
It
good
Like how
really
we go to
freshman year was lit, man.
But I will say this.
how we
I
used to go to
think-
Where was
Slippery
I?
Rock.
When I
Slippery
was
Rock
there?
students came
I
to
think
Geneva
that-
to party.
I think that memory would have been number one if it happened like junior year though.
True, we didn't really
Freshman
know
year,
anybody for real.
Yeah, I ain't know nobody. We ain't really know nobody. It was just us and Twan.
Yeah, we
Was it at
we
that
just out there
party?
drinking jungle juice.
Was it at that party? Remember where Lex and somebody else got in a fight? Remember Lexi?
I don't remember that.
Y'all remember this? It was over a dude. These two girls was fighting outside of Twandosa's house.
Yes, by the hill.
Somebody gives
Yep.
somebody some unnamed diseases or
Yep.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, yo,
Yep.
freshman year was kind of wild. Like, I'm not even.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, there
Yo.
was some stuff going around.
Y'all
Geneva
freshman year sound it was way wilder than
Yeah.
mine.
Bro,
All of a
we
sudden,
did-
everybody's running outside the party, and we just
Yeah.
see these girls. Like, I mean, there's some softball girls, so they got it.
Yeah.
It was
Honestly,
going
That was
at it.
wild.
we legit need an episode just about 2009, fall of 2009,
Yeah.
fall and spring, 2009, 2010.
Yeah, I was
Like,
junior in
after
high
I left
school.
my high school, this is all over again.
Yeah, bro, that joint. Yeah, that year was crazy.
But
What
yeah,
in the
I'm
world?
pretty sure the
Y'all,
cops pulled
y'all
up
was
and
out
we just
here
ran up
wild.
the hill.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, we had a
Yeah,
good
we
time.
were.
We had a good time. That hey, you
Yeah,
know
we'll
what?
say
That
that.
was
We had
the
a good
most
time.
HBCU that school had been.
Because
For
it was like I think it was like the last year that Geneva was like allowed to recruit like football players, or it might have been the year before us, but we still had scholarship players there.
they were in AIA.
Yeah, Geneva was
Yeah.
in AIA and they transferred over, so they still had those scholarship guys on the team.
True.
They had a bunch of guys.
And I
they
think that was
probably
for every
shouldn't have.
sport too.
It was. It was. It was a good time. Good people though, man.
It was.
Yeah.
Bro, the longer we sit here, the more memories keep popping up in my head, and it's like a lot of
Yeah,
them
we
I
gotta
can't say.
save some
But
stuff for Jeff and Jarwood's episode.
I told you it was gonna be a part 2, but you know what I'm saying. We running, you know. Look, it's some gaps in these stories. I'm gonna tell y'all that now, but you know this is why we, you know what I'm saying.
we're trying
Yeah.
to keep
We got a
PG
lot
as
more
much
for
as
you.
possible.
Yeah, cause yeah.
Oh,
Man.
I got something I want to talk to y'all about before we end this episode. Yo, what do y'all think about Zion Williamson?
He's bugging.
My man's got Mariah Mills pregnant though. I mean, he ain't the first one. I mean, shit. Look at what's fucking
It ain't even
what's
that
her
that
name?
he
It's
talking
not.
about though.
It ain't her.
Oh,
You got somebody else pregnant.
fill me in.
I just don't get these new NBA boys, dog. Like,
Nah,
they don't care
they're
about
so
who-
different.
Like,
Hey, you know what
Like
though?
his Snapchat says Zion Williamson.
yeah, like,
Could have said Big
They're
Zy
wild,
or something of that nature. That nigga's whole name is there. Like, yeah, we know who you
Nah.
are, bro.
Now, what I be thinking is like, man, like athletes these days, they got a lot of like stuff they got to filter through, man. There's a lot of distractions, bro. Like, it's way more. And like when you know, like you're an athlete, you can literally smash anybody out there. Like, you just got to put the word out there. Like, why wouldn't you do it? You still get
get
paid.
it.
Like,
That's what Zion said. Well, why not?
He ain't played
That man
basketball
about-
in I don't know how long.
yeah, and you still get
Right.
money.
It's crazy him and
Hey.
Job played like on the same AAU team growing up.
yeah, that is
So Jaw's out here like playing with guns and Zion's out here shooting the club up.
Hey, all of a sudden, right now it looks like all of a sudden now it looks like the Knicks won the draft. That draft that year, because RJ ain't got no problem
yeah.
with it, dog.
Yeah.
Nope. He's just hooping.
Nah,
Yeah,
He's
that's
playing.
that was
wild though.
I saw that though.
Yeah.
Yo, you
It's
guys gotta
different.
watch Stephen A's rant on that.
I will say this. I will say
I ain't
this.
watched it yet.
I don't know what as crazy as our freshman year was. I don't know what I'd have been like if you put a camera in our faces, though.
Yeah.
Everything's
Yes.
on camera nowadays, man.
Yeah, like
That's
bro,
true.
all your mistakes, bro.
They can't
You ain't
escape.
got no deniability, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's on camera.
Shit, we was just on what was MySpace still a thing? Wait, MySpace was big when
I was on
y'all were
Facebook.
in.
Facebook was like
yeah,
real
we
big.
switched over to Facebook about 2000.
Twitter.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah,
I was on
Twitter.
Twitter heavy.
Yeah,
So, like, would y'all have to? I guess with the NIL or whatever, like image rights and stuff, y'all would need like agents and shit. Y'all could like monetize. That'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
you don't necessarily need an agent, but I don't know. I don't know how that shit work with D3 athletes and whatnot. I know D1 like they really sought after, but when
Yeah.
you get to D3, it's kind of like around the
I
city or some
mean, you
shit
can
like
still
that.
promote
There's
yourself.
a couple
I
of
mean,
Geneva football players that could have like got some local Beaver Falls business out of all that.
Of course.
Oh
bro,
yeah,
of
for
course.
sure.
yeah.
I like
For
to feel
sure.
like I really like to feel like
We
I
could have
do
got the
that,
chop shop.
Yeah.
You score a
Hey, man.
We could have
touchdown,
all
you
got
go
the chop
chop
shop.
We could have got that Matty Golf. Definitely.
Yeah. We was definitely known in Natties.
Damn,
Like,
that's.
Yeah,
Mm.
hmm
I don't know, but
Yeah, it would have been
as we go
different.
on, it's been very, very different.
You probably have. You need a PR team when shit pop off. Just put the fires out real quick. Like
For
it's
how wild we
crazy.
were, they definitely would have needed a PR team. There was wild shit going on at that goddamn school for real. But we'll say that for another time. Another
Hey, man,
time, another day.
we at time, man. For some reason, these episodes always seem to go by way too fast, man. But
Because we
at
be
the
having
time,
fun.
obviously, it's always a good time. Hopefully, we can get Jarwood's video working next time because right now the man just got a
Bro.
green screen.
You know, it's on my side, so y'all just imagine a handsome African man.
All right.
I'm good.
I usually have a comeback for everything this man say, but that was just so out of pocket. But hey, man, like we said in the beginning, we got 2 more spicy stories coming up, intros coming up. We still got my boy Jeff. We still got Jarwood. So man, we still got
The
a lot
Philly
of stuff to
boys.
cover. We still got a lot of stuff to cover. We got a lot of different topics and everything we're going to dive into. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Continue to rock with us. And until next time,
You gonna say bye-bye?
we all we got.
Say bye-bye.
Peace.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
1, 2.